Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful to say hello, wonderful to say hi. How do you do? What is happening? What is going on with you? I send blessings, 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 and more blessings unto you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for how you are, for who you are, for how you show up in the world. I appreciate you. Uh, I thank you um, for just being you, for showing up. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. Let's make it do what it do. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I appreciate that. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, keep doing what you're doing, what works for you. And for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl, guess what? She thanks you. She's encouraged. She appreciates that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So this week we're talking about this notion of one shot. One shot. Right. So it comes from the idea of Eminem. If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it or let it slip? Would you capture it or let it slip? And so and then he goes on to say, you better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, right? This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. We get one go around the sun, y'all. One go of this sun, okay? We get one go round. And if we don't go for it, then we miss out on things. And not only do we miss out, but others miss out on what it is that we could potentially have contributed, right? Could potentially have contributed. They miss out and we miss out. And that's a tragedy, a travesty, right? Yeah, it's a problem, okay? It is a problem. Um, and so it is so important that we um it's so important that we take our shot, that we take the shot that is ours to take, that we do that what is ours to do. So today we're talking about this notion of roadblocks. Roadblocks. What hinders us, you, me, from taking our shot? What are the reasons over at the time when you know that you didn't move according to your soul, at the times where you know that you didn't really give all that you had to give? Good morning, Virginia from Virginia. So good to see you, my sister. Those times when you were sure that you know that you didn't take the step that you know that you were called to, you know that you shrunk, you know that you repeated habits that stopped you from maximizing a situation, right? In those times, what was your roadblock? Like, what stopped you? What allowed you to continue to stay in the place that you were instead of to go to the next level, the next experience that Papa would have for you to experience? Like, what would hinder you? What would keep you in a particular place and stop you from going further? Good morning, Tanya. Love you back. Good morning, sis. Like, what's your hindrance? What's your stop? What's the thing that did not allow you to, right? And so it's important to know what they are, because if you don't know what they are, you will repeat them. Um, if you don't know what they are, we will repeat them, and they will continue to be a roadblock to us, right? Now I know that for a long time. And if you all have have gotten the second book, which is Freedom is Our Birthright, in that book, I talk about how scarcity was playing in the background of my mind. And just from not seeing myself or someone who I could relate to who was like me as a child, right? Major media, it wasn't a lot of, maybe not any, little Black girls who were living in poverty who really was empowered, right? I didn't see that modeled before me. I saw people who were like me. Now, we were powerful and kind and this, but we struggle. And from my eyesight, it felt like we couldn't really make the difference. And it is so crazy because the thing that resonated most with me, unfortunately, was good times. Hello, my auntie. Hey, that's my Aunt Paulette, y'all. It's my Aunt Paulette. Hey there. Good morning, Ray. So good to see you. And so what I realized is that it's funny. It's funny that she's on, right? Because I just thought about her. Because one of the things that was my saving grace is, even though I didn't see, like in my neighborhood, and we did live kind of below the poverty line, what Papa put in my soul was to, when I saw what felt right, what felt like growth and expansion, what I ended up doing, the reason I was able to accomplish so much that I did with scarcity playing in the back of my mind, is because when I saw someone who I could relate to, like I couldn't relate to what I saw on TV. I couldn't relate to what I saw in the magazines. I couldn't relate to the people who was on the news. But my Aunt Paulette, she was like the first one to graduate from high school, the first one who went to college. She played tennis. She was a cheerleader. She taught me how to do cartwheels on Verna before it was a highway. And because she did those things, I was able to believe that I could do those things. So I played tennis because she did. I was on the cheer team because she was on the cheer team. And it set me up for so much. Hey, Erica, good morning, honey bun. Love you back. It set me up for so much as far as to be able to accomplish things, because not only was I on the cheer team, and look at the way things built, but I became the captain of the cheer team in the 10th grade. That's unheard of. I was captain in the second half of the 10th grade because the seniors cut up, and all of a sudden the vacancy became like they did a thing where they kind of dared the cheerleading coach to do a thing. Okay, they cut up, and then she called their bluff, which left all kinds of vacancies in their second half of their senior year. I became the captain, and so I was captain half of the 10th, all the 11th, and the 12th grade. Now, from a confidence builder, that was phenomenal. And I was the president of the class, farewell speech, all the things. Now, this is the thing. Back up. That goes back to my Aunt Paulette, who dared to do something different. And she had a mentor, Miss, I forget her name, she was Miss Gill. Miss Gill, she had, and then she ended up getting married. Miss Gill, but Miss Gill did lots of things, and that helped Aunt Paulette to see something different. Now, our family, for me, it was a perfect situation in that, even though I didn't see, I'm gonna tell this story tonight in the class, so I'm not gonna go any deep, but I love the incubation that my family provides for me. I love myself so well because I was loved well in our family unit. And so because of that, I could dare to even try to think that I could want to be something and do something else. So said all that to say, because I had accomplished a lot when I got to the point where I realized that there was major roadblocks holding me back. Now, what I said to myself when I came to this revelation was, man, if these things it was just like all the things I had accomplished with the whole, I don't know what's heavy, like a 10-ton, 100-ton, whatever negative belief holding me back. but I'm still doing this, right? So it was some roadblocks. Those were some roadblocks for me not taking shots. Those were some roadblocks for me staying in a job 36 years. Now, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for 36 years. I had uninterrupted employment, a good government paying job. It was in cushy environments. I always had a seat, always had my own office, always da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm not complaining. I am saying, though, when I step back and I look at the reality of it, there was so much more that was available for me that I wasn't available for it, because my mindset wasn't available for it. My mindset was go, get safe, stay safe, keep your head down. You got this. You lucky. That was the mindset. That was scarcity. You lucky to have this job. How many people you know? That's scarcity. That's scarcity, because my mind was just like, almost like, well, there isn't any more. It's not more that's available. I better stick with what I got. And I stuck and stayed 36 years, y'all. I was 20 years old when I started working, and I was 56 when I stopped working there. 36, okay? But I am grateful. I'm not complaining at all, because all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are the called according to his purpose. If you work it. Work it, y'all. And we worked, and she worked it. Remember that from the Queen's Adventure. Good morning to you. Pray all is well. Love you, cuz. Love you back, cousin. Love you back. And so, Papa, because my soul kept screaming, there is more. There was always this desire for more. But there was also, at the same time, this fear, this absolute fear and feelings. I didn't even know what it was. That's what's so crazy about all of it. Y'all, I need you to if you haven't done your inner work, where you get to the place where you're able to understand what's your internal message, what your subconscious is saying to you, right? What message have you received over these years, and they become your living informant, right? We could do a whole bunch of things in the external, a whole bunch of things doing, like I said, a lot of, I don't even know if I said, I don't even remember what my internal dialogue was back then, because I didn't pay attention to it. Like I was in survival mode, really is what I was. I just knew what I didn't want. Ooh, I just had that revelation. I lived my life mainly from what I didn't want for a lot of years. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Ooh, wow. Okay. And then, so that's, I'm gonna have to look at that, because that was just a revelation. Love that. Hey, Lena. Hey there. So good to see you. So then what I realized, though, is that I realized that with Aunt Paulette, that was moments of what I did want, but avoidance and trying not to was a lot. Okay, all right, I'm gonna have to unpack that, because that's a new revelation for me. Because what I understand now is we don't live life from what we don't want. We live life best from where we want to go, from what we do want, from what we hope to accomplish. Because when I focus on when I live life from what I don't want, I'm focusing on that. I'm giving that more attention than what I do want. I get it. We don't want some things, but beloved, what do you want? Go for what you want. Let's make that be your goal, your focus, your intention, what you do want. Okay? Let's give our energy to what we do want. All right. I love it. So, so when we focus on what we do want and give our attention and focus there. Okay. So what's your roadblock? So those have been some of mine. And if I'm not careful, they'll still block me today. I'm going to tell you, I have a procrastination, sabotage. Good morning, Pastor. You haven't spoken volumes of truth to me this morning. Yes, I have to give this some serious thought. Amen. Amen, Pastor. Amen. Grand rising to you. Good morning. Yes, 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 yes. And so those roadblocks, right? We have to know what those hindrances are. Oh, and I was getting ready to talk about sabotage. Look, Papa ain't no joke. Papa ain't no joke. He knew what it was going to take for me to face me in a way that I had never faced me before. Because I had done inner work because I was a professor at a seminary. I went through a seminary that basically forced us into inner work, right? I don't think I had really done it before, not intentionally, but I was kind of created in that way to ask myself, why am I doing that? Do I want that? Do I want something different? Okay, those are some wonderful words right there. Why am I doing that? Do I want that? And do I want something different? Tanya, thank you, sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I was gonna be trying to do that in a minute. Why am I doing that? Do I want that? Do I need something different? Right. Okay. All right. And so as we think about that kind of thing, beloved, as we think about that kind of thing, thank you. So Tanya has posted in the chat, you can get the link for tonight's course. And it's more of a dialogue than a course. Like, I'm not the expert in this. I'm still unfolding this. I'm still unpacking this. I haven't had a lot of time to dive deep into it. So it's why I gave you the material in advance. If you register, you'll get the material in advance. But beloved, if you are a church goer, or if you use prayer as a primary way of being, then you want to be in this conversation tonight. I should have called it a conversation instead of a course, because that's what it is. It's a conversation. And if you register, you're going to get a document that has no punctuation. I'll explain that to you in class tonight, why it looks like that. But it is the engagement, the encounter, the getting together is divinely inspired. I know that it is. And we're going to unlock ourselves tonight. Like, tonight is the final quantum leap move of the year. Ooh, I didn't know that until just now. Tonight is the final quantum leap move of the year. Tonight is the final quantum leap move of the year. And anyway, I mean, Papa can do some more, but this one is a significant one. So if you can be there tonight from 7 to 9, please be there. I just think that there's something for us to unpack together from this concept, moving from begging to being, how we've approached Christ, we've approached God, we've approached the creator of the universe as beggars instead of standing in our power within him, right? Standing within our power that I know from my experience, and I'm going to talk about my experience at the beginning of the course, beginning of the conversation. But in my experience, all too often, I was moving in a place of scarcity. I was in a place of scarcity. Faith was like, I was challenged with that. I believe God. Like, I believe everything that the Bible said about God. But I wasn't too sure about the how it translated to me, right? I wasn't, and so anyway, I'm gonna unpack that and we're gonna talk about it. I'm not coming tonight as an expert on this at all. I am open space for conversation and dialogue on this very important concept. We got to take our rightful places. And that starts from the way that we see ourselves, from our consciousness that we bring to our dynamic. We human, we can touch that. We also divine. We're also divine, but we often, identify way more with this humanity, right? Somebody said we are a spiritual being having a human experience, but we really believe we're a human being having a spiritual experience. No, let's put the spiritual, the divine, let's put that which is endless and forever, right? Let's put that in the front of it. Anyway, y'all. Mindset. A roadblock, a huge roadblock is our mindset. A huge roadblock, beloved, is our mindset. If we don't believe we can do it, we won't. We won't. Not until we believe enough to step out there and try. Not until we believe enough to step out there and try. So my declaration, right? Remember I talked about last year was planning month. Last month was planning month. This month is execution month. Where how I'm executing, like I've given myself a limit of how many times I could think a thing and not act on it. I put a limit to how many times something can play in my mind. I put a limit on that. I'm not trying to become neurotic, but I'm also done with sabotaging. And I started to say, I want to invite you to look at what's your sabotage. Like what's my sabotage? We all have sexy sabotage methods, sexy ways in which we sabotage. How I sabotage is I create more content. Because I can create some content, y'all. I can come up with some wise sayings and some steps to it and put some methods, methodology. And I have a whole master's degree in instructional design. I can come up with some stuff that, to teach and learn and grow and expand and, strategies and methods behind it. But I got enough to teach and to Papa come back. Like I got enough to teach. Right? If I just go from what I've done for almost 5 years now, every day almost, Monday through Friday, think about this. I have been doing this live Monday through Friday for 20 minutes for almost 5 years. February 20th will be 5 years. Do you know how much content that I have just in those lives? 20 minutes worth of conversation can be alive for 3 months, right? Can be a course and those kinds of things. So I'm just saying, I'm comfortable there. I feel safe there. I don't really feel challenged there. So that's a sabotage because we're not growing if we don't feel challenged. We're not growing if we're not pressing beyond. We're not growing if we're not exposing ourselves to something different, something new, something unique. Nope. We just repeating same old, same old. We're fortifying where we already are. I'm just saying, I'm about to go on the whole. Y'all join us tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. Click on the link. That'll get you the information you need to be there. It'll get you the Zoom access. You probably have over 1 million hours. I know, right? I know. So anyway, here we are. I love you. I do. I really do. I love me more today than I loved me yesterday because I'm always practicing self-love. Because remember, it is the gift you give yourself. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. I honor you. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. Erica, you always say what I need. Thank you. Oh, thank you, honey bun. Thank you. All right, y'all have a fantastic day. See you in the course tonight. And if you can't be there, invite somebody who you know could benefit from having a life-giving conversation around this notion called begging and being. Begging versus being. It's our posture that we take with Papa, with our relationship with Papa. See, I'm still unpacking it. So we're having a conversation tonight. And I'm expecting to hear from y'all what y'all done gleaned. It's a whole lot of content. It's 6 pages that look like this. That's a whole lot of words. So I'm hoping you already got it. You already kind of going through it. It starts as prayer is one of the oldest spiritual practices known to man. From the earliest of civilizations to our modern societies, prayer has been a cornerstone of our quest for meaning, a beacon in our search for comfort, and a platform for expressing our deepest desires. That's how I started off talking about prayer, but it's getting ready to it sets us straight is what it does. It's exactly what I had needed. Take my rightful posture when it comes to seeking the divine within in the creator. Love you. Have a good one. See you tonight. Bye-bye.